Hi and welcome to another video in the Tarot series, and today we'll talk about the Six of Discs here. So great card to have in your tarot spread if it comes up. Card is really associated with harmony and balance of finance. It's in the suit of discs, so again we're looking at material things in the main. If we look at the Rider-Waite card there, it's a similar theme, but obviously presented in a bit of a more traditional way, with a man distributing wealth. Some crystals associated with the card as well would be the green aventurine, which we'll look at, along with iron pyrite, which I absolutely love this, and we've got a nice bit of citrine here, kindly donated by my wife again. So okay, what we'll do, we'll go to a screen capture now of the Thoth card and look at what symbols are there and how it relates to the meaning of the card. Hello, so we'll go on to this next section here and talk about where we normally start, just in relation to the Sephiroth it's associated with, and it's a sixth Sephiroth, which is the central one of the Tree of Life, on the middle pillow, which is linked with Keter and Spirit on the top, and the creative principle of Yesod here. So you've got middle pillow, balance, harmony, other words that are associated with it, and that is reinforced because this Sephiroth is slap bang in the centre. So in all of the suits, the minor arcana, the sixes, are going to be pretty stable, even in the swords, as we'll go on to later. With regards to the four worlds, you've got the four levels of the Kabbalah stacked on top of one another. So if you look at this in 3D, that's related to the fire, water, air, earth. So we're looking at the discs here. So we're going down there to the Tiphereth in Asaya for the full its full position in the Kabbalah there. Decan, you're looking at the Taurus and the second Decan of Taurus here, which is ruled by the moon. So we've got moon and Taurus as the astrology of the card there, which that would be 10 to 20 degrees of Taurus. Of some importance to the card, if we look at the symbology there, we've got the Sephiroth arranged here, quite like the Tree of Life, only they've started with Binah at the top, ruled by Saturn. Then you've got Geber, ruled by Mars, Hesed, Jupiter, Netzach, which is Venus ruled, and Mercury ruling Hod, and Yesod is the 9 Sephiroth ruled by the moon. Here we have the Rose Cross. We've got the red cross symbolising Geberah over here, blue cross Hesed here, and the interplay of these two energies as they enter Tiphereth. And you've got the four little arrows pointing out to the side there, and if we look at the symbology of those four arrows, if I get the right one up, excuse me doing all of this, here we go, we've got the letters I-N-R-I, Inri. That does have some Christian associations. As I say, it was supposed to be Pilate, Pontius Pilate that placed it on the cross of Christ, but all of those events, such as the crucifixion, I'm going through on my site esotericmeanings.co.uk, and it talks you through a lot of the symbology of the crucifixion, which has actually is far removed from what the conventional Christian sort of interpretation of it is. So INRI is supposed to be if you take INRI, they're the first letters of Hebrew words associated with fire, water, air and earth, and I talk and expand a bit about that in the notes to the section on my again on my website there. So all of the crucifixion of Christ and what have you is really to do with alchemy, the philosopher's stone, and spiritually awakening, and crucifixion of the senses as you go into spirit. It's nothing to do with nailing someone on the cross. So the 5 wounds are the 5 senses. But I go into that in much more detail in that section on my website. Okay, going back to this section here, we'll just have a look at the symbology of the planets there, and these are due to influence our ways of getting success. So Saturn would be like success through discipline, working step by step, methodically. Saturn it imposes rules and regulations and order, so we use that to gain success. Jupiter is all about being open and flexible to new opportunities. Mars, relating to putting energy into the right areas of our life. Mercury is success through good communication with self and others. Venus, success because we have to follow what is in our heart and what has meaning for us. And the 3 circles in the background, here, here and here, are supposed to represent the harmony of Tiphereth established on Earth. So it's just another way of showing harmony and balance in our life. So the astrology of the cards, as I said, was Moon in Taurus, and the Moon is exalted in Taurus, so this is a really good sign. Taurus is about, part of it is about material possessions, so the only thing we can say again with this is that the Moon, as we know, is very transient in nature. It moves quickly through the signs, so the success that we have may not last forever. It may be just a passing phase, but nevertheless it will be a time in our life when we have a great opportunity. So we can say that the Moon nurtures the material desires of Taurus. Crowley says the number 6, Tiphereth, represents the full harmonious establishment of the energy of the element. And just got a quote from Milo Duquette. He says, in a tarot reading, the card acts somewhat like a Midas touch, bringing neighbouring cards the prospect of actually manifesting their qualities on the material plane. So what he's basically saying there is that when this card comes up, it energizes the cards around it, makes them more potent. So, as I said, great card to have in our reading. Divinatory meanings, therefore: material success, financial prosperity, opportunity to be involved in profitable adventure. Also, just a recap for us to analyse what really makes us successful, and a reminder for us to remember the successes in our life and to build on those. If you want to do ill-dignified or reverse meanings, we've got careless spending, not sharing your success enough with others, such as family or partners, or debt and financial struggles. Okay, I think that's about it for this. As I said, there's a fair bit more in the notes on my website, and we'll go on to finish with the card in relation to a reading and look at a few crystals associated with this. Okay, on to the last part of the video, and we'll just finish off talking about the cross in the centre again of this card. We have, I don't know if that is even possible to see it in that light, the red cross and the blue rose. So you've got the mix of the east and west symbolism there, of the western cross symbolising the integration, because basically the cross is an outfolded cube. So the cross does represent integration and synthesizing of things, whereas the rose is the outer expression, the blossoming. So under the influence of the moon, we've got these things that have to be important to us deep within for us to be able to express them outwardly. So the card just isn't about material sex. Material sex? I'll leave that in. Material success on the outside. It's something that's got to be important to you as well. So stones associated with success and wealth are green aventurine, coming from the root word adventurer, and supposed to be lucky in gambling, which is not what we're trying to promote here, but nevertheless it is. It's also associated though with the heart chakra and integrating and finding out what is important to you through the heart, and therefore it's manifesting on the outside as something tangible and real. Citrine is supposed to be the money stone. Here it's like a orange and it goes into a point. And again, that is supposed to be good for, because the moon is very transitory, and therefore success can sometimes be short-lived. This is good for maintaining success and prosperity. And the last one we've got is iron pyrite, which is something I really like. Sometimes called fool's gold because it's been mistaken for gold. And it's the supposed to symbolise money and good luck. Again, those kindly donated by my wife, so I better look after them. So success in relation to other cards then. We've got success and the virtue, which we looked at previously. So this is a really harmonious combination, with the virtue being acting for the greatest good, and knowing all about why you're doing what you're doing. So it would represent somebody who is very much in touch with what is meaningful for them and manifesting that in the world. So those two very positive cards to have. The success card can be weakened by a card like futility, where you've got self-doubt coming in, which may get in the way of your true potential. So you've got a very strong card in success being weakened by the poor placement of the moon in the futility card. So you've got a lot of moon in that combination, and a lot of things happening in the subconscious which are interfering with what you really want to express. Again, a card we've looked at recently is luxury. So again, that is pushing things materially. So that someone might have success and have felt fulfilled, and over a period of time, it's never enough, because the tarot is a spiritual journey after all, and what we thought was going to fulfill us doesn't. So again, the luxury card puts in a sort of a full stop, a check on the energy of the Six of Discs. And we could use the debauch card. Again, this is someone having success and maybe not using it in the right way. So you've got a tension between what has been integrated in the Six and what can be expressed emotionally in the 7 there. Okay, and if we place it with the Valor card here, again we've got another sort of checking influence of Mars in Leo. So again, this is someone who has worked very hard for their success, and maybe feels they haven't quite achieved what they fully aim to achieve. But I think with this combination, I would say that the Valor card is all about struggle to attain what you want and not quite getting there, and the Success card is all about manifesting what is important to you. So again, you've got a struggle going on between those two cards. So that person would maybe have to reevaluate what are the criteria of success, what do they really want, and go back to that integration process that we talked about in the second section of the video. And lastly, we can just introduce cards like Abundance, which again, this is a very positive card to have. So you've got someone who is manifesting what they want in the world. They've got good friendships to experience that success with, and they've got lots going on that's positive in their life. Again, with the moon being transitory in the 6 of discs, this may not last forever, but hey, enjoy it while it lasts. And again, the Wealth card is like another checking influence of the Success card, and that is, okay, we've achieved what we wanted to do, and now we need to sort of move it forward and actually do something a bit more with the energy that we've created. So if it's a project, it's like moving that on a stage. If it's finance, it's perhaps either reinvesting it or sharing it to people that might be in need, or reinvesting it in something else that you may like. But at least you've got the freedom to actually move on and evolve, for a better word. Okay, I think that is it. I think with these pairings today, I've talked a little bit more in universal terms rather than bog standard reading terms. So it's just the mood I was in today. Okay, I hope that helps, and at least that this last section actually puts the Success card in some sort of framework for you to be able to then apply it to readings. Okay, take care, and I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.